Rin's boots sank slightly into the soft violet grass as he stepped off the landing platform of his ship. The sky above Varelia shimmered in colors he had never seen before, swirling like a painting of impossible beauty. The air was thick but breathable, carrying a scent that reminded him of rain on metal and fresh earth. Rin glanced around, checking his equipment. The scanner showed traces of energy patterns unlike anything recorded in human space. This planet was alive in a way humans had only dreamed about. He walked toward the ruins of an ancient city in the distance. Broken towers rose from the ground like skeletons of a forgotten civilization. Strange, luminous vines climbed over the stone structures, pulsing with light. Rin could not help but feel a shiver of awe. He had explored countless worlds before, but Varelia seemed different. There was a strange energy in the air, as if the planet itself was watching him. As he entered the ruins, Rin's hand brushed over engraved symbols on a broken wall. They glowed faintly at his touch, responding to his presence. His heart beat faster. He had seen alien markings before, but these seemed almost alive, like they carried a memory. His curiosity pushed him forward, deeper into the crumbling city. A sudden whisper made him stop. "Have you forgotten me, human?" The voice was soft, melodic, almost carried by the wind itself. Rin froze. He looked around, scanning the area with his sensors. Nothing unusual appeared on the displays. "Hello?" He called carefully, his voice echoing slightly. "Is someone there?" No answer came, only the whisper again, clearer this time. "Have you forgotten me?" Rin's body tensed. He had been alone for hours. The voice sounded familiar. He shook his head. He did not recognize it, yet it pulled at something deep inside him. A memory just out of reach. He followed the sound, weaving through fallen towers and vines. The whisper guided him, though he did not understand how. Then he saw her. Princess Kayla stepped from behind a tall, glowing pillar. Her skin was silver blue, shining under the strange sunlight. Her eyes glowed with a soft, luminescent light, reflecting a mix of curiosity and sadness. Her long hair floated slightly as if caught in a gentle current of wind, though the air was still. Rin's breath caught. He had never seen anyone like her. "You. Who are you?" Rin asked, stepping back slightly. Kella's gaze met his, unwavering and calm. "Do you truly not remember, human?" she said, her voice gentle yet commanding. "We have met before, though you may not recall it." Rin shook his head again, more firmly. I have no memory of this. I am just Rin, an explorer from Earth. I don't know you." Kayla tilted her head, a small smile brushing her lips. "Then the memory has been hidden, or perhaps lost. But I remember, Rin. I remember everything." Rin felt a chill. He did not understand, yet the name she spoke. It sounded familiar to him, though he could not place it. His mind raced. "How do you know my name?" Kayla moved closer, her presence calm, yet powerful. "Because you saved me once, long ago. And now you are here again." Rin's heart thumped in his chest. Saved her? He did not remember doing anything like that. Yet something about her eyes, the way she looked at him, told him she spoke the truth. Before he could ask more, the ground beneath them trembled. Small rocks rolled across the broken floor, and a strange energy hum filled the air. Rin looked around, scanning with his instruments. The readings were off the charts. The ruins seemed to react to Kella's presence, the glowing vines pulsing faster. Kella held out her hand. "Come, you should not stay here." Rin hesitated, but followed. They entered an abandoned tower at the edge of the ruins. Inside, the air was cooler, and faint light reflected off crystalline walls. The structure seemed intact, untouched by time despite the crumbling city outside. Kayla gestured for him to sit. "You are frightened," she said softly, "but there is no danger here for now. You must listen to me, Rin, and understand. Your presence on Varelia is not by chance." Rin ran a hand through his hair, trying to calm his racing thoughts. "I don't understand any of this. Why would I be here? Why do you think I have some hidden purpose?" Kella's expression grew serious. "Because, Rin, your choices affect more than just your world. You are connected to Virelia in ways you cannot yet see. What you did long ago shaped events here. The memory shard you carry within yourself. It remembers what you do not. Rin frowned, confused. Memory shard. Kayla nodded. It is an artifact, old and powerful. It can store experiences, thoughts, and emotions. You encountered it before. It saved me, and in doing so, it preserved the memory of our meeting. Your mind, however, could not hold the memory fully, so you forgot. But I remember. Rin's mind spun. He had explored strange planets and encountered alien technology before, but nothing like this. The idea that a memory artifact could hide his own past actions was almost unbelievable. Yet Kella's calm presence in the way the ruins seemed alive made him hesitate to doubt her. A distant roar shook the tower. Rin instinctively grabbed his sidearm, scanning through the doorway. Outside, the ruins glimmered with an unnatural light, and the air shimmered with energy. Kayla stepped beside him. The planet is testing us, she said. It senses danger. You must trust me. I can guide you safely, but you must stay close. Rin swallowed hard, realizing that hesitation could be dangerous. He nodded. All right. I will follow. But you need to explain everything clearly. I cannot act without knowing what is happening. Kayla smiled faintly. Patience, Rin. You will understand soon enough. For now, survive and remember this moment. It is the beginning of a journey that will reveal your true place in the universe. As they stepped out into the violet grass, the sky above Virelia seemed to swirl faster, clouds forming strange, twisting patterns. Lightning-like energy arced between floating towers in the distance. Rin felt a thrill of fear and excitement. He had faced dangers before, but something about this world felt different. It was alive, intelligent, and aware of him. Kayla led the way toward a larger structure at the heart of the ruins. Her movements were graceful, almost floating over the uneven ground. Rin followed, careful but quick. He noticed creatures watching them from the shadows, small, insect-like beings that glowed faintly. They made no move to attack, merely observing. Do you see them? Kayla asked. They are guardians. Virelia protects its secrets. Many come and leave without ever understanding the planet. But you are meant to be here, Rin swallowed. Me? Why me? Kayla glanced at him, her eyes serious. Because humans, even the youngest civilizations, carry a strength that surprises many. Your courage, your choices, your will. It leaves a mark that no alien power can ignore. You are stronger than you realize, Rin. That is why I remember you, and that is why you are here now. As night fell, the ruins glowed softly under the light of Virelia's twin moons. Rin felt a strange calm despite the danger. For the first time in his life, he understood that he was part of something far larger than himself. Something that could change not only his world, but this planet as well. Kayla turned to him one last time before entering the next building. Rest now. When dawn comes, we must move. The answers you seek await, and your past is only the beginning. Rin nodded, feeling a mixture of fear and anticipation. As he settled down, watching the glowing ruins around him, he realized that the universe had just grown far larger and more mysterious than he had ever imagined. And somewhere deep inside, he felt a spark of memory trying to resurface. Whispering that he had been here before, that he had faced impossible odds, and that he had not truly forgotten Kayla. Even if his mind had tried to hide it, the wind whispered again through the ruins, soft and melodic. Have you forgotten me, human? Rin's hand tightened on his sidearm, but he did not reply. Instead, he closed his eyes and listened, knowing that the answer would come when the time was right. The journey had begun. The first light of Virelia's twin suns bathed the ruins in soft gold and violet. Rin stretched, feeling stiff from sleeping on the cold, crystalline floor. Across from him, Kayla sat in meditation, her eyes closed, a faint glow emanating from her skin. Rin could not help but stare. She seemed both alien and familiar, as if she belonged somewhere beyond the stars, yet connected to him in ways he could not understand. Morning, Rin said cautiously. Kayla opened her eyes, and they shone like the sunrise, reflecting off water. "Morning, Rin," she replied. "We must leave soon. The ruins are not entirely safe. Varelia tests those who walk among her secrets." Rin nodded, gathering his gear. He felt a mixture of excitement and nervousness. The night had left him with more questions than answers. He wanted to ask about the memory she claimed he had lost, about the memory shard, and about why she remembered him so clearly. But he also knew that Varelia was not a place to linger in doubt. Survival came first. Kayla led him through narrow paths between fallen towers. The air was thick with energy. The ground beneath their feet glimmered faintly, as if alive. Rin kept his sensors active, noting the subtle changes in temperature and electromagnetic readings. The planet seemed aware of their presence as they walked. Rin finally asked Kayla, "Can you explain more about what you said last night? About the memory shard, and how I saved you before?" Kayla glanced at him, her gaze serious but calm. "The memory shard is older than most stars. It stores experiences, emotions, and moments that might otherwise be lost. When we met before, you risked your life to protect me from harm. The shard captured that moment and preserved it. Your mind could not hold the memory fully, but I did." Rin shook his head in disbelief. I don't remember any of that. I don't even know how I could have been here before." Kayla smiled faintly. "Not all memories are meant to be recalled easily. Some must be experienced again before they make sense. That is why you are here now. Varelia has drawn you back, so you may understand your impact." As they moved deeper into the ruins, a rustling sound came from the shadows. Rin raised his sidearm, scanning the area. Several small creatures, no taller than Rin's knee, emerged. Their bodies were smooth and glowed faintly in the dim light. They had multiple legs, but moved gracefully, almost as if floating over the ground. Kayla knelt slightly. "Do not harm them. They are the children of Varelia. They watch, they learn, but they do not attack without cause." The creatures observed Rin and Kayla for a few moments, then scattered into the shadows. Rin relaxed slightly, realizing the planet itself seemed to have guardians, creatures that tested intruders without violence. "Why am I so important?" Rin asked quietly. "There are billions of humans." "Why me?" Kayla's eyes softened. "Because human resilience is unique. Your people are young among the stars, but you have courage that cannot be measured by strength alone. You adapt, you endure, and you act when others might hesitate. That is why Varelia has remembered you, why I have remembered you." Rin looked at her, feeling a mix of pride and doubt. He had always considered himself ordinary, an explorer following orders and collecting data. Yet Kayla's words made him question if he had ever been more than he believed. They continued for hours, crossing rivers of glowing water and jagged hills that hummed with energy. The planet tested them constantly. In one valley, the ground beneath them cracked and shifted, revealing hidden chasms. Rin had to rely on his instincts and his human ingenuity to navigate safely. He built simple bridges from fallen stones, using his knowledge of balance and leverage. Kayla watched silently, impressed. "You are clever," she said after a particularly tricky crossing. "Even my people would struggle to solve these challenges so quickly." Rin smiled faintly, though he felt exhausted. "I just think differently. We humans survive by thinking fast, even when we are afraid." Kayla nodded. "And that is why you are here, Rin. Your mind, your courage, and your heart will shape events far beyond your understanding." As the suns began to set, casting long shadows across the glowing landscape, they reached a large plateau. From there, Rin could see a massive structure in the distance, rising like a crystal spire. The Palace of Varelia, Kayla said, lay at the heart of the planet. That was where he would find the answers he sought, and where the memory shard awaited. Before they could move forward, a low rumble shook the ground. The creatures of the shadows returned, larger this time, their eyes glowing brighter. They circled Rin and Kayla, testing their reactions. Rin stood his ground, carefully observing their movements. He realized that aggression would only provoke them. Instead, he made himself small, slow, and calm. Kayla placed a hand on his shoulder. Trust yourself. They sense fear and doubt. You must remain steady. Creatures approached closer, sniffing the air. Then suddenly, in a display of bioluminescence, they scattered. Rin exhaled, realizing that his calm human instinct had won their respect. Kella's eyes gleamed with approval. You see, Rin? Even here, your courage and calm mind make a difference. Humans are remarkable, she said. They set up a temporary shelter for the night, using natural formations of crystal as protection. Rin tried to rest, but his mind was restless. He replayed Kella's words over and over, trying to make sense of them. Could he have really saved an alien princess before and forgotten it? Could he really have such an impact without knowing it? Kayla sensed his unease. Do not worry. You will remember in time. The journey will reveal your past and your importance. For now, focus on survival and learning. Veralia will teach you in her own way. Rin nodded, feeling a strange mixture of awe and responsibility. The planet was more than a place to explore. It was alive, intelligent, and aware of him. He realized that his human traits, courage, ingenuity, empathy were not just tools for survival, but could influence the fate of worlds. The night passed uneventfully. Though Rin was aware of eyes watching from the darkness, when dawn came, the light of the twin suns revealed the path to the crystal spire. Rin packed his gear, feeling ready despite the uncertainty. Kayla moved beside him, radiant in the morning light. As they walked, Rin asked, Kayla, will I ever remember everything? Will I know why I am here? Kayla smiled softly. All will be revealed. But understand this. It is not memory alone that makes you important. It is your courage, your choices, and the way you face challenges. That is what matters. Rin looked at her, feeling a new sense of purpose. For the first time, he understood that humans had a strength beyond technology, beyond numbers, beyond physical might. They had heart, determination, and willpower that could change worlds. And that was why he was here, why Veralia had called him back, and why Kayla had remembered him as they continued toward the crystal spire. The wind carried whispers, soft and melodic, through the ruins. Rin felt them brush against his mind, not as commands, but as guidance. Veralia was alive, and it was teaching him what it meant to be human, what it meant to be courageous, and what it meant to leave a mark on the universe. The journey was only beginning. But Rin knew one thing clearly. He would face whatever lay ahead with courage, and he would not fail. Kella's presence beside him was both a comfort and a challenge, reminding him that the fate of this alien world and the secrets of his own forgotten past were tied to his own choices. Together, Rin and Kayla stepped into the glowing path that led toward the crystal spire. Each step carried purpose. Each moment carried discovery. And though Rin did not yet fully understand his past, he knew that humans were capable of extraordinary things, and that he would soon prove it once more. The planet stretched out before them, full of wonders and dangers, mysteries and revelations. And for Rin, the adventure of Veralia had truly begun. Rin and Kayla climbed the last slope of the plateau, their path illuminated by the soft glow of Verelia's twin suns. The air was charged with energy, making the hair on Rin's arms stand on end. Before them rose the crystalline palace, a massive structure of sharp angles and translucent walls that reflected the light like a prism. The palace seemed alive, pulsing faintly with a rhythm Rin could almost feel in his chest. This is it, Kayla said quietly, her eyes wide with reverence. The heart of Veralia. The memory shard waits inside, and so do the answers you seek. Rin felt a mixture of awe and nervousness. The palace towered above him, but it was not just the size that impressed him. The entire structure seemed to hum with intelligence, as if the planet itself had built it to protect something precious. Every surface glowed faintly, revealing intricate patterns of light that shifted with each step. Are we safe? Rin asked. Kayla shook her head. Safe is relative here. Veralia tests all who enter. The palace will show us what we need to know, but it may also test your courage and resolve. They stepped through the entrance, and Rin immediately felt a strange pressure in his chest, like a memory trying to surface. The walls shimmered and shifted, forming corridors that seemed to respond to their presence. Every step echoed faintly, yet the sound carried weight. As if the palace was aware of their movements, Kayla led Rin to a grand hall. The floor was made of translucent crystal, revealing a swirling energy beneath. Above them, the ceiling reflected the stars, though they were not visible from outside. Rin felt dizzy from the beauty and the intensity of the place. This place. Rin whispered, "It's alive." Kayla nodded. The palace is connected to Varelia itself. It preserves the memories of those who have shaped the planet's history. That includes you, Rin. Rin froze. Me. But I don't remember shaping anything. Kayla's expression was gentle. You will. The memory shard can show you what your mind cannot recall. It captures actions, intentions, and moments of courage. You saved my life once, and in doing so, you created a bond with this world. Your memory could not hold it fully, but the shard did. She extended her hand, guiding Rin to the center of the hall. There, on a raised platform, floated the memory shard. It was a crystal of pure energy, glowing with colors that Rin had never seen. The light seemed to move, shifting like liquid, as if it were alive. Rin stepped closer, his heart pounding. What? What will happen if I touch it? Kayla's eyes shone. It will show you what you have forgotten. It will reveal your past and the moments that shaped Varelia's history. You may find it overwhelming, but you are strong enough to face it. Rin took a deep breath and reached out. The moment his fingers brushed the surface of the shard, a wave of energy surged through him. He fell to his knees, eyes closed, as visions flooded his mind. He saw himself on Varelia long ago, younger and inexperienced, yet determined. He remembered running through alien forests, facing dangers he could barely understand. In saving a young alien from a collapsing bridge of energy, he saw Kayla not as the radiant princess he knew now, but as a frightened child, trusting him completely. He remembered the moment he pulled her to safety, the energy of the memory shard sealing the memory of their bond. Rin's chest ached with a mixture of awe and guilt. He had truly forgotten this, yet it had happened. Tears formed in his eyes. I remember now, he whispered. I saved you. I was here before. Kayla knelt beside him. Yes, Rin. And because of that moment, your choices continue to matter. The memory shard preserves more than memories. It preserves the impact of actions. Your courage left a mark that cannot be erased. Rin took another deep breath, trying to steady himself. So, everything I did, everything I thought was forgotten by me, is still remembered by the shard. Kayla nodded. Yes. That is why humans are remarkable. You may not remember every moment, but your will, your courage, and your choices leave a lasting impression. Even alien civilizations notice it. Rin stared at the shard, feeling a mixture of pride and responsibility. He had always thought of himself as ordinary, just another human explorer. But now he saw that humans could leave a mark far beyond their own understanding. Even when unaware, even when small, their courage could shape worlds. As Rin tried to process the memories, a sudden vibration shook the palace. The floor trembled, and the light in the shard flickered. Kayla rose quickly, her expression sharp. Something approaches, she said. The Draction have sensed our presence. They seek the memory shard. We must protect it. Rin scrambled to his feet, heart racing. The Draction. Are they enemies? Kayla's eyes hardened. Yes, they are a rival faction that seeks power above all else. They do not understand the value of courage, compassion, or choice. They only take what they want by force. You will need to fight, Rin. Rin swallowed, gripping his sidearm. He had faced dangers before, but this felt different. The palace, the shard, Kayla herself, it all mattered far more than any mission he had ever undertaken. This was not just survival. This was protecting the future of an entire world. The palace's walls began to shimmer as if responding to the threat. Energy barriers formed, creating corridors that shifted constantly. The Draction were coming and the palace was testing them, revealing both dangers and paths forward. Rin realized that every choice he made would matter more than ever. Kayla moved to his side. Trust yourself, Rin. Trust your instincts. Your courage is what makes you human, and that is why you can protect this place." Rin nodded. He felt a strange calm despite the fear. Kayla had said humans leave a mark. He realized that he wanted his mark to be one of courage and protection, not fear. He had already left a mark in Kayla's life once. He could do it again here. Now, together, they moved through the palace, navigating shifting corridors and avoiding energy traps. Rin relied on human intuition, noticing patterns and predicting shifts in the walls. Kayla used her abilities to control energy flows, opening paths and shielding them from danger. Their teamwork was seamless, a combination of alien power and human ingenuity. At last they reached a central chamber. The memory shard floated above a pedestal of pure crystal. Around it, holographic images of Rin's past missions appeared, showing not only his actions on Varelia, but also moments from other planets where humans had left an unseen impact. Rin watched, amazed, as his own courage and ingenuity appeared larger than he had ever imagined. Kayla spoke softly. "See, Rin? Humans are capable of more than they know. Even when unaware, even when alone, your choices matter. That is why I remember you, and that is why Varelia remembers you." Rin felt a swell of pride and determination. He had underestimated himself before, thinking he was just an explorer. Now he understood that humans carried a power beyond weapons or technology. Their courage, their choices, and their willpower shaped worlds. Kayla placed a hand on his shoulder. "The Draction are coming. We must protect the shard. But remember this, your courage is not just for survival. It is for hope. And hope can change everything." Rin nodded, gripping his sidearm tighter. He felt ready. For the first time, he understood the full weight of being human, not just strong or clever, but resilient, brave, and capable of leaving a lasting mark on the universe. The palace hummed around them, alive and aware. Rin glanced at Kayla, and she smiled, a mixture of pride and trust in her eyes. Together, they prepared to face the approaching threat. He realized that this moment, this test, would show not only his courage, but the value of all humans in the vast universe. As the first distant sounds of the Draction fleet reached them, Rin raised his head. He would not hesitate. He would fight. He would protect Kayla, the memory shard, and the legacy of human courage. And he would remember, finally and fully, that humans were capable of extraordinary things, even in worlds far beyond their own. The battle was coming, but Rin felt no fear. He had remembered himself, and that was enough to face anything. The hum of the crystalline palace shifted, vibrating through Rin's chest. Outside, the sky darkened as the Draction fleet approached. Their ships were enormous, black with red lights, moving like predators above Varelia's forests. Rin felt the weight of responsibility settle on his shoulders. This was no ordinary mission. The fate of the memory shard, the planet, and Kayla herself rested on him. Kayla moved to the center of the chamber, her silver-blue skin glowing softly. "They will strike soon," she said. "We must protect the shard at all costs. Varelia will assist us, but your courage and human ingenuity will be what turns the tide." Rin nodded, gripping his sidearm and scanning the incoming fleet. They outnumbered them, but he knew humans had a way of overcoming impossible odds with strategy and clever thinking. He took a deep breath and focused. "Then we fight smart. Let's use their strengths against them." Kayla smiled faintly. "Yes, humans are clever in ways even we sometimes cannot predict." The palace walls shimmered and extended, forming defensive barriers. Energy flows rose from the ground, surrounding Rin and Kayla with protective light. The Draction ships fired first, beams of red energy slicing through the sky. The palace responded, deflecting most of the blasts with glowing shields. Aaron studied the fleet. He noticed a pattern in their movements. The larger ships moved slowly, relying on brute force, while smaller ships darted between attacks. He whispered to Kayla, "If we can force the smaller ships into the larger ones, they might collide. It will reduce their numbers without direct combat." Kayla nodded. "I can guide them." She raised her hands, and waves of energy rippled across the battlefield. The smaller Draxian ships faltered, caught in invisible currents of force. Two collided in midair, exploding into sparks. Rin felt a surge of hope. The Draxian were relentless. More ships appeared, and the air trembled with the sound of engines and weapons. Rin realized that defense alone would not be enough. He needed to act. He scanned the palace, looking for natural advantages. The walls were crystalline, capable of reflecting energy. With Kela's power, he could redirect Draxian beams back at their own ships. "Kela, can you focus energy to the walls?" He asked. "Yes," she replied, "but it will require precision." "Can you guide me?" Rin nodded, feeling a rush of confidence. He directed Kela's energy, calculating angles and timing. As the Draxian fired again, beams struck the walls and reflected, hitting enemy ships with devastating accuracy. One by one, their formation faltered. Rin's strategy worked, showing the value of human ingenuity in a universe of sheer force. But the battle was far from over. From the sky, a massive Draxian warship descended, its size dwarfing the palace. Its engines created gusts that rattled the crystals beneath Rin's feet. Kela's eyes widened. They have brought their strongest. We must be careful. Rin took a deep breath. Then we lure it toward the canyon. The walls will amplify the reflected energy. It can be destroyed without harming the palace. Kela raised an eyebrow, impressed. "Clever. You think like a human strategist." Together, they moved toward the canyon near the palace. Rin guided Kela, directing energy flows to create a trap. The Draxian warship pursued, unaware of the dangers in its path. As it reached the canyon, Rin gave the signal. Kela released a surge of energy, and the canyon walls amplified it. The beam struck the warship, tearing through its hull and sending it crashing into the valley below. Aaron allowed himself a brief smile. That should slow them down. Kela looked at him, admiration shining in her glowing eyes. "Rin, your courage and intelligence are remarkable. Even my people would not have thought to use the environment this way."
Albot?
The battle was not yet won. Smaller Draxian fighters still swarmed, aiming for the palace and the memory shard. Rin felt a hand on his shoulder. He turned to see Kela, her expression calm yet firm. "We can do this, Rin. Remember what humans are capable of. Courage, creativity, and the will to act when others hesitate. That is what will protect us now." Rin nodded, his heart pounding. He took a deep breath and began issuing orders to Kela. They coordinated movements, redirecting energy flows, trapping ships, and using the reflective walls to amplify attacks. Each action required precision and split-second timing. Rin realized that humans had a unique advantage, the ability to adapt, to improvise, and to act with courage even in situations that seemed impossible. As the battle raged, Rin noticed a group of Draxian soldiers attempting to infiltrate the palace on the ground. He signaled Kela, "I will handle them. You focus on the fleet." Kela nodded, and Rin moved quickly, using stealth and strategy to outmaneuver the soldiers. He lured them into a narrow corridor and used a combination of energy traps and quick thinking to disable them without direct confrontation. Each move required ingenuity and courage, and Rin's human instincts proved superior to the Draxian's brute force. Meanwhile, Kela guided energy streams to repel the remaining ships. Her powers were impressive, but Rin's strategies made them even more effective. Together, they were a perfect team, alien power and human ingenuity working in harmony. The Draxian were relentless, but Rin did not falter. He remembered Kela's words about human courage. He realized that courage was not the absence of fear, but the ability to act despite it. Every decision he made, every trap he set, every move he coordinated mattered. He could feel the impact of his actions shaping the battle, turning the tide against a superior enemy. Hours passed, though Rin had no sense of time. Sweat and exhaustion coated his body, but he did not stop. Each Draxian ship destroyed, each soldier outsmarted, reinforced the lesson he had learned from the memory shard. Humans were capable of more than they realized. Their courage, creativity, and willpower left a lasting mark on the universe. Finally, the last of the Draxian ships fled, damaged and broken. The air was thick with the smell of ozone and energy. The palace walls pulsed with a gentle glow, as if the planet itself was acknowledging their victory. Rin sank to his knees, exhausted but exhilarated. Kayla approached, her expression filled with pride. "You have done well, Rin. Humans are extraordinary even when others doubt them. Your courage and ingenuity saved this place, and your actions will be remembered by Virelia and by me." Rin shook his head, still breathing heavily. I did what I had to do. I couldn't let them take the shard or harm you." Kayla smiled. "That is exactly what I mean. Your courage, your compassion, and your ability to act when others hesitate. That is what makes humans remarkable. You have proven it today, Rin." The battle was over, but Rin knew this was only the beginning. The Draxian would return eventually, and other challenges awaited. But for the first time, he felt a deep sense of confidence in himself. He understood the power of human ingenuity, courage, and resilience. Even in a universe full of stronger, older, and more advanced civilizations, humans could leave a mark that could not be ignored. As the sun set over Viralia, Rin and Kayla stood together on the palace balcony. The twin moons rose, casting silver light over the ruins and forests below. Rin looked at Kayla, her glowing eyes reflecting pride and trust, and felt a bond that went beyond friendship. They had fought together, survived together. Kay now shared the knowledge that human courage could shape worlds. Kayla spoke softly. "The shard is safe for now, Rin, but our journey is not over. You have proven your strength today, but there's more to learn, more to remember, and more to protect." Rin nodded. "I understand, and I am ready. I will face whatever comes next." She placed a hand on his shoulder. "I know you will. Humans carry a light that even the darkest forces cannot extinguish. Today, you have shown it." Rin smiled, feeling a deep sense of purpose. The battle had tested him, but it had also revealed the truth of human capability. He had faced overwhelming odds and emerged victorious, not because of strength alone, but because of courage, ingenuity, and the determination to act when it mattered most. The palace hummed softly around them, a living reminder of Virelia's intelligence and gratitude. Rin realized that the universe was full of challenges, but humans had a way of turning even impossible situations into triumphs. And with Kayla by his side, he felt ready for whatever awaited them next. Together, they watched the skies, knowing that the Draxian would return someday. But Rin no longer feared the future. He had remembered himself, remembered what it meant to be human, and remembered the courage that could leave a mark even in the stars. The Battle of Virelia had been won, and Rin had proven that humans were not just explorers, they were protectors, problem solvers, and heroes in their own right. And that realization gave him strength for the challenges yet to come. The battle had ended, but the air of Virelia still hummed with energy. Rin stood beside Kayla at the balcony of the crystalline palace, gazing at the twin moons rising above the violet forests below. He could feel the pulse of the planet beneath his feet, steady and alive, as if it were speaking to him through the vibrations in the crystal floors. He had fought, survived, and discovered more about himself than he ever imagined. Kayla's glowing eyes met his. "Rin, do you understand now?" she asked softly. "Do you see why you were brought back here? Why you remembered, or rather, why you are remembering?" Rin nodded, though he felt the memories swirling like a storm in his mind. "Yes, I remember now. I remember saving you, the memory shard, and all of it. Every moment I thought was lost is part of who I am." Kayla smiled. "It is not just the memories that matter. It is what you do with them. Humans may forget, but their courage and choices leave marks that cannot fade. You have proven this." Rin looked down at his hands, still tingling from the energy of the memory shard. He thought of the battles, the strategy, and the moments of fear he had overcome. He had survived the Draxian attack, not by strength alone, but by human ingenuity, quick thinking, and heart. He realized now that humans carried something unique into the universe: an ability to face overwhelming odds and make a difference. The sun rose over the horizon. Bathing the palace in warm light, Rin felt a wave of calm wash over him. Kayla turned, gesturing toward the central chamber where the memory shard floated above its pedestal. "The shard preserves moments," she said. "It will always remember your courage, Rin, even if your mind falters. But now, it can also help you guide others, humans and aliens alike, toward what is right." Rin took a deep breath. "I never thought I could matter like this. I always believed I was just a human explorer, moving through worlds and learning. But now I see. Humans can shape the universe. We can leave a mark." Kayla stepped closer. "Yes, Rin, that is the truth. Humans are younger than most civilizations, but your kind has a strength beyond technology or power. Your spirit, your determination, your ability to act with courage and heart, these leave a mark that others cannot ignore." As Rin absorbed her words, the palace walls shimmered and reflected visions of his past, present, and the potential future. He saw humans reaching distant planets, helping civilizations, and making choices that changed the balance of entire worlds. He realized that even small actions could ripple outward, shaping events far beyond one individual's imagination. "You see now," Kayla said, her hand brushing his shoulder gently. "Your courage is not just yours. It inspires others. Humans leave hope wherever they go, even when they do not realize it. That is why you were remembered, Rin. That is why you were brought back to Varelia." Rin nodded, feeling pride mixed with humility. "Then I will not waste it. I will remember, and I will act. I will do what I can for Varelia, for you, and for all the world's humans touch." Kella's smile widened, her glow softening in the morning light. "That is all anyone can do, Rin. That is enough." The palace gates opened suddenly, and the gentle hum of energy shifted. Rin and Kayla turned to see the planet itself responding. The guardians of Varelia, the small, glowing creatures that had watched them before, emerged from the forests and shadows, forming a peaceful circle around the palace. They chirped softly, their lights pulsing in harmony with the planet. Rin understood. Varelia was acknowledging his courage, his choices, and his bond with Kayla. A wave of energy radiated through Rin's body as he stepped forward. He felt memories and emotions converge into a single understanding. Every human action, every courageous choice, every moment of compassion could leave an imprint on the universe. He felt connected, not just to Varelia, but to the stars themselves. Kayla reached for his hand. "Rin, there is something more. The memory shard has shown you the past, but it can also guide the future. Humans have a chance to build alliances, to help civilizations, and to leave a legacy of courage and hope. It starts with choices, like the ones you make now." Rin squeezed her hand gently. "Then I will make the right choices. I will protect what matters. I will act, no matter how impossible the odds seem." A soft wind swirled around them, carrying whispers of approval from the planet itself. Rin realized that Varelia had not just tested him, it had taught him. He had been reminded of the value of human ingenuity, courage, and resilience. He had been reminded that humans could shape history, even in worlds that were not their own. Kayla, Rin said quietly, "Thank you for remembering me, for showing me what I am capable of. I will never forget again." Kella's eyes glimmered with emotion. "And I will never forget you, Rin. You are a symbol of what humans can be, brave, clever, and full of heart. That is why your mark will last here on Varelia and beyond." The twin suns climbed higher, illuminating the palace and the surrounding forests. Rin felt a new sense of purpose surge through him. The universe was vast, filled with unknown dangers and wonders. But he now understood that humans had a unique strength to leave a lasting impact. The Draxian threat had been defeated, but Rin knew it would not be the last challenge. Still, he felt confident. Humans were more than explorers. They were protectors, thinkers, and heroes when the moment demanded it. He had proven it, and now he would continue to prove it wherever he went. Kayla turned toward the memory shard. raising her hands. Light flowed from the crystal, casting shimmering patterns across the palace walls. Rin watched as the visions of past and future intertwined. He saw humans reaching out to alien civilizations, making choices that brought hope and demonstrating courage that inspired others. He understood now that he was part of something greater, a force for good in the galaxy, capable of shaping events far beyond one planet. Rin, Kayla said softly, your journey does not end here. Remember what you have learned. Humans leave hope, courage, and strength wherever they go. That is your true power. That is why you were brought back to Varelia. Rin nodded. I understand, and I will carry it forward. For Varelia, for you, and for humanity. Kayla smiled, her glow intensifying slightly. Then we are ready for what comes next. The future is full of challenges, but I have faith in humans and in you, Rin. Rin took a deep breath, feeling the energy of Varelia flow through him. He had faced impossible odds, discovered the truth of his forgotten past, and realized the depth of human potential. He knew that no matter where he went, no matter what dangers he faced, humans had the courage, ingenuity, and resilience to make a difference. The twin moons rose fully over the horizon, casting a silver light across the crystalline palace. Rin felt a sense of peace and purpose he had never known before. Kayla stood beside him, a steadfast ally and friend, their bond strengthened by shared trials and victories. Together, they looked out over the forests and mountains of Varelia. Rin realized that humans were not just visitors in the galaxy. They were capable of leaving a mark that could endure across time and space. That thought filled him with determination, pride, and hope. You have remembered, Kayla whispered, her voice carried by the gentle wind, and that remembrance will guide you always. Rin smiled, a warmth spreading through his chest. I will not forget. I will act, and I will leave a mark, no matter how far the stars reach. As the sun rose fully, casting a golden glow over Varelia, Rin knew that this was only the beginning. The universe was vast, but humans had proven themselves. Their courage, ingenuity, and compassion could shape worlds, inspire civilizations, and leave a lasting legacy. And Rin, now fully aware of his past and his potential, was ready to continue that journey. The memory shard pulsed gently, its light a reminder of the past and a guide for the future. Rin placed a hand on the crystal, feeling its energy, and felt a connection to the planet, Kayla, and humanity. The bond between human and alien, past and present, courage and choice, was now unbreakable. Kayla turned to Rin, her expression full of hope. The universe awaits, Rin, and humans will rise to meet it. Rin took a deep breath, feeling strength and determination coursing through him. Then let's go. Let's make sure our choices matter, and that humans leave a mark that will never be forgotten. The palace hummed softly, and the energy of Varelia seemed to join him in that promise. Rin knew that humans had a role to play in the galaxy, and he was ready to fulfill it. The adventure was far from over, but Rin was no longer uncertain. He remembered, he understood, and he knew that humans, no matter how small or young among the stars, had the courage, ingenuity, and heart to change the universe forever. And so, with Kayla by his side, Rin stepped forward into the future, ready to face whatever challenges awaited